Welcome to the first episode of Expat Life, the first one that is gonna be 100% in English for all of my international friends. And today I have one very special guest. You cannot see her, or you can, depending on if you are on YouTube. But this is Liza, one of the most warm people that I have met since I moved to Barcelona. So, Liza, tell us, who are you during the evenings? Who are you after work? What are you into?
Hello. Thank you so much for inviting. Who am I after work in the evenings? Couch potato. But if I have energy, I do sports. I go to the gym, love heavy weights. It's impossible to make me do cardio. So I love to have a trainer who will be you have to, you don't have chance.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Dog mom 24/7. If I have him, my personal life doesn't exist. Like the whole life is running around him. And on these special days, when you need to
Okay.
have special mood, I do draw. I do love art.
For
So,
a second, you say, I do draw. I was gonna think about something else.
no. I mean, I do love painting and stuff like this, but
Yeah,
it doesn't
she's an
happen.
amazing painter, by the way.
Not yet.
You
Not yet.
showed me, you showed me some of her drawings. It was really cool. And she has out of these fancy kits with 100,000 different pencils.
Yeah, a bit obsessed with those kind of stuff, like for drawing and everything. Still have to move the rest of my painting tools here because of the
Mm-hmm.
traveling, I was not able to take everything. So I'm just slowly taking from my mom's house to me,
Oh, of course, of course. But one thing that I don't think that people understand, how good you're taking care of your dog. I remember that once she was telling me that she gives tuna, and it's not like this canned tuna that you and I both we have every day that is still a little bit expensive. It's like this fancy tuna which is red that you get in a sushi place.
Thanks.
She gives tuna steaks for her dog. How many kilos of Wagyu beef you give to your dog every day?
Uh, s- he's on mixed diet, so he has this dog's food and he has meat. But if he eats meat, it's 500 grams per meal, so 1 kilo per day of beef, and usually it's beef steaks. Sometimes I do buy some other parts of the body, like heart or something else, but mostly it's about the beef steaks.
He eats more Wagyu than most people in their lifetimes in a day, you know? He looks at this, he has a Michelin star chef cooking everything. He has this beautiful napkin, so he's not dirty. And he even used the utensils. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's a little bit spoiled. We also bought him a swimming pool because he loves to swim. So yeah, just a little.
How big of a swimming pool? Just so I can have some perspective.
Uh,
Do I fit in the swimming pool?
yeah, so it's pretty big. It's 1.80 centimeters, like the wide,
Okay.
and the 40 centimeters deep because he's 50 centimeters. So we needed
Oh.
to feel comfortable there. So I mean, humans can fit in. They will not be able to swim, but you can lay down there
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
allows you to.
This is the life. This is the life. I always joke that in next lifetime I wanna be reincarnated as one of her dogs. Because then you have bougie life, you don't have to care about a thing in the world. So it's like paradise.
Yeah,
But Lisa, yeah, yeah, see, yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
You
Moving out.
also want to be reincarnated as one of your dogs. But then who's gonna take care of you? You have to have a succession plan, you know?
Yeah, but I still have some family members, we can train them.
Okay, good, good. You have your whole life to train them so that you can be reincarnated as your, I don't know,
Right?
your daughter's dog.
One day.
One day, I'm hoping for the best for you. I'm praying every night. But one question, I didn't get this from your accent because your accent is not very strong. Where are you from, Lisa? For those that haven't had the opportunity to meet you.
Yeah, with accent, I think it's due to the traveling, but
Yeah.
I'm originally from Ukraine. So you will hear it when I pronounce some specific words like tree and some other things. There, the
Tell us
accent.
more of these words, more of these words. Three, what else?
I can't recall right now, but this one is like I know that I pronounce it with Ukrainian accent. but there will
Yeah.
be some others. Like let's wait for them.
Okay. We're gonna do like a countdown. We should do like a bingo. Pretty much for anyone that is listening, if you like get it right, how many times you use like words with a really strong Ukrainian accent, you receive, I don't know what we can give them, like a voucher, Amazon voucher,
Let's see.
$5 because we're starting. But okay, you're from Ukraine. Which city you were raised in? Tell us like a little bit more about like your childhood.
I'm from a small city that is located right in the center of Ukraine, and close to our city, we have geographical center of Europe. But the city is pretty small. I'm pretty sure that those who are not Ukrainians don't know about it. It's Kropyvnytsky. We like, yeah, we what is our city famous of? We had the first theater, like the built-in theater in Ukraine, because before theaters were traveling around the country. And it's still there. You can still see the performance over there. And also, back at the times, we had one of the most famous flight academies in Soviet Union, and later on, like during the independence of Ukraine, it was pretty popular before the university in Kiev took over. So yeah, our city is all about theater, aviation, and a bit of football also.
A bit of football. Where
Yeah,
does football get
I'm
you?
from the
Yeah.
other part of the city, I'm from aviation part of the city, so I can't
Okay.
tell you much about the football, unfortunately, but like theater, yes, I was part of it when I was younger, used to perform on stage a bit, and aviation also, like Kropyvnytsky, you can't escape aviation. One way or
Yeah.
another, you're connected to it.
And you were a not exception. You got into aviation like further down the line, no?
Yeah, I was saying like, no, I will not. Like my family wanted me to be part of aviation lifestyle and everything, and I was saying like, no, and then just life happened and I joined. So yeah, the destiny took
What
it.
were they like? You were flying airplanes?
Flying is like too loud. I tried once, just a little bit with the
Oh, you
small,
actually fly a plane?
just like for 5 minutes. So I didn't took it off during
Ah,
when we were flying. I just had the control to move a bit. It's like a joystick like that you can use, depends on the type of the aircraft. It was like a small one, not with the passengers, okay?
oh my God. But you didn't get like scared of like just doing something wrong at the time?
But I had a trainer next to me who was my best friend, like who is super close friend of the family, and also it was his airplane, so he didn't want to crash it, right?
It makes sense, yes. And he didn't
Yeah.
want to die, I imagine. I just assumed.
And also like the plane was like, they cost a lot, so I don't think he wanted to
Yeah,
crash
yeah, yeah.
the plane too.
Oh my God, oh my God. So you tried, but it was too noisy for you, so you decided to do something different.
No, I think like with aviation, it's amazing. Like it has its own lifestyle. You have your own jokes. I do enjoy, discussing, spending time, going to airports. Coffee in airports, like it always tastes differently. I love this, like also small aviation facilities where you can learn how to fly. It's also like it has its own charm. The thing with aviation, I used to work as a cabin crew, and the passengers quite often think it's like an easy job. You just smile, travel the world, and enjoy vacations, like never ending. Now it's difficult with the schedule. You have a lot of night flights. You have to adjust all of your lifestyle to the flights, and you never know when you're gonna come back because unexpected things happen. Like for example, we had this situation when we had a flight, like 40 minutes flight, and then 2 hours in the airport, and then 40 minutes flight back home. But something was broken in the aircraft, so we were stuck in the city for 2 days
Oh my God.
while the aircraft was fixing. Yeah, but like everything was checked on the land, everything was
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
one tiny like piece should be changed, like, and that's why we needed to wait for them to bring it to the city, like, and to fix it, and like for the technician crew to come. So yeah, I just wanted like more stability in terms of schedule, and I do love to sleep at night. So I was like,
Well,
please.
I would imagine because you said you are a couch potato at night, so it makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes, so aviation is amazing. I do love to meet the sunrise above the clouds. They're always the best there.
Huh?
I do love to sleep at night. So I was like, office job should be good for that.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious because like I would say like I haven't spoken with a lot of people that they work like as cabin crews. I had like a lot of friends that they wanted to work with this, and I'm curious on how does it like the schedule work. So like for example, you get there and you say, I wanna do only like this flight route. I don't know, like Kiev to like Rome or like a night, or you just say, I join the company and they do whatever they want with you.
The schedule depends on the business needs of the company, on the roads that they have, and also it depends like on the company. Different companies they have different rules, and they have different types of aircrafts. So it depends on which aircrafts you're trained to work on, because like safety comes first. You need to know how to operate the aircraft in case of an emergency. You need to know what is where, how it's functioning, to make sure that you can provide, like, first of all, safety for the passengers and the crew also on board. So it depends on the destinations where the company is working and the type of the aircraft that they use for those destinations. So pretty much you don't choose the destinations, and you can't choose the flights. Like, for example, in my case, right? I don't want to have night flights. Like, come on, doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
But you know what you're signing for. The only thing that you can do that, again, depends on the company. From time to time, you can like bid the flight. You can say that I have preferences to have this flight if there is a chance, because I don't know, my family lives there or something like that. Like, for example, right now, one of my best friends, she's always been in Barcelona to visit me. And if there is a possibility, and like depending on your seniority level, you might get those flights, or you can try to swap the flights with other cabin crew, like if they agree to do so. But there you don't have the chance to choose. There are strict rules for the amount of flights and for the rest hours between the flights that the planning crew is following when they're creating the schedule, but you don't have influence on that. You just need to accept
Okay.
that.
You just accept their fate. If they tell you like you have a
Yeah.
flight at 3 a.m. on Saturday, you're gonna say like, yes, boss.
You
Okay.
just like do the hairband, full makeup, and show up to the airport.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. But one thing that I just realized is that people have no idea where you're speaking from. Where are you currently based?
Barcelona, Spain.
Okay. You're currently Barcelona, but like you just moved from
Kropivnitsky.
Kropivnitsky.
Yeah, it's Kropivnitsky.
Yes. Okay. I was checking if I was saying properly. To
Yeah.
Barcelona, what has happened?
I was traveling around, living in different cities, different countries, and yeah, Barcelona was always a goal to like I always had this goal to relocate to Barcelona, and I was thinking about it, but I needed to meet, like, the criteria I had in my head. Like, I needed to
Yeah.
have a full-time job, like office here, to be like to make sure that I have reasons to relocate, and not just to relocate and then figure it out. Like, I'm structured. I love the structure, so I love to have
Mm-hmm.
a plan. And I got the job offer, I got promoted, and in the offer, there was a possibility to relocate. So I was like,
Okay.
I'm already packed. I'm ready.
Yeah. I'm already here, by the way. Just
Yeah.
open the door, right? Okay. But you mentioned you live like in a lot of different cities. Before we like deep dive into like Barcelona, tell me what was the first city that you have lived apart from Kropivnitsky?
So first I relocated to Poland, Warsaw, to study in the university.
Okay.
Then I went to Kiev. I lived
Mm-hmm.
in Kiev. Then I went to Dubai, lived in Dubai, then came back to Kiev, and I was living like between Kiev and Kropivnitsky, because it's like 4 hours ride from there. So I was trying to visit my family as often as I could while I was like closer to them. And then I was traveling between Kropivnitsky, Kiev, and Tbilisi for a while, because one of my best friends was living in Tbilisi. So we were like,
Uh-huh.
why not to spend more time together while, we have the chance.
Okay.
So I was traveling around these three cities, and then I relocated to Barcelona. So I don't know from which city I relocated to Barcelona, actually. Was it
Yeah, from like the whole world, pretty
Tbilisi
much
or
you're located
Tbilisi?
from Europe to Europe.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah.
This is wild. But first, let's start with like Warsaw. How long were you there? How did you like the city?
I was there for 3.5 years. I did my bachelor's degree there. So it was the first time I was abroad. I was 17, starting like this new chapter of life all alone. And I was like always supported by the family. I didn't know how it is like to go in the evening home alone. I was like, so
Uh-huh.
my father will not meet me. My uncles will not meet me. How it works? Like, the
Yeah.
way to be alone. So it was a good experience that helped to grow up. And I think like because we are located close to each other with Poland, we are not that different.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have this huge change. Oh my gosh, what like
I don't know why
sometimes
this
things
happened.
happen. So I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
huge change, and it helped me to feel like more comfortable there and to meet new people. The city is super nice, very international because, and especially like for students, a lot of people are coming to study to Warsaw. They have a lot of good universities over there. So it was nice experience. Like it helped me to grow up a lot. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
a child and then I was like thrown to the new country, like learn to
Yeah.
speak.
What was like this like I like to say like this slap on the face moments because for example when I first started living abroad I was living in Estonia and for me this like slap on the face moment was when I first had to do my laundry of my clothes because I had to call my stepmom and say how do I turn on like this washing machine, how do I put clothes, and this is the moment that I realized that I was forced to grown up. Did you have something similar when you went to Poland?
In my case, it was going home alone. So before,
Uh-huh.
I had a super protective family. So if I was staying somewhere for a long period of time, it was like either my family members or my best friends were taking me home. So for
Mm.
me, being like at 8 p.m. outside when it's getting darker and no one meets you, I was like, oh,
Oh, okay.
how it's done. So I was calling my family back and I was telling, like, I walk home alone.
Yeah.
For me, this was like one of the super stressful things that I needed like couple months to get used to. It's just like they used to babysit me a lot. So
Okay.
for me, it was like I knew how to do the stuff at home, how to do shopping, everything. I didn't know like how to, do some things alone because I always had support. But
Okay.
learn how to do it. All good
Was
now,
worth it. Was worth it.
for sure.
Okay. What was like the language barrier for you? Like usually it was easy for you to get along like only with English. Did you have to learn like a little bit of Polish?
Uh, I had a couple of classes of Polish before going there. I didn't have much because I didn't have that much time, or like, I prioritized some other stuff before because like before relocation you have a lot of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like we are close and the languages are similar, like one way or another. And this was also super helpful because if I was speaking Ukrainian super slow and people will speak slowly Polish to me, we will be able to understand each other. I'm not saying like it's going to be
Oh,
like
okay.
100%, but still like some sort of things you would understand the languages are similar. So yeah, in this case, like it was just either English or mix of Ukrainian and Polish.
Okay. After you graduated there, did you like think at any moment like I wanna like keep living here? I'm already 3 years. Why don't I get a job here and stay? Or you just were like counting the moments like to go back or like move somewhere?
I love Warsaw. It still has like, part of my heart. Every time I come there, I feel that like I have the connection with the city, but I never wanted to live there. I knew
Mhm.
that, I'm gonna study here. I will come back from time to time to see my friends and just, to explore the city and to remember good old days when we were kids and all
Yeah.
funny and nice, cute stories. But the end goal was to relocate to Spain.
Mhm.
So it took me like a bit longer than I thought it's gonna be, like 10 years.
Okay. So
Um,
there you wanted to like to move to Spain. Like this was
yeah,
back to when what year was this? Like 2017, 18?
kind of can't remember right now. Like the first time I said I'm gonna relocate, it was like I was 17, 18. So it was
Oh
like
my
10
God,
years
you were a
ago.
baby. You were, and it took like what, 10 years for you to like fulfill this dream? This is amazing. This is amazing. Crazy focus. Okay.
Yeah.
So you say like I wanna like move somewhere different. And after like you finalized you're finished like your studies, you went back to Ukraine, but you didn't want to live in Kropyvnytsky, you went to Kiev.
I went back to Ukraine, needed to
Mm.
stay with the family for a bit, and then aviation happened. So
Ah.
I stayed in Ukraine for longer than I was planning, and I moved to Kiev because of work and stayed there for 2 more years.
Mm-hmm. One question that I was just thinking because you mentioned that your family is quite like babysitter, and then you were like babysitter, they're like overprotecting you, and then you go like to 3 years all by yourself. After this, you come back to your house. How was for you to have like this newly found like independence in a place where they're still used to like this person that likes to be protected and stuff, you know?
So I think I'm lucky that we talk in our family. So whenever we don't like
Mhm.
something, we can like grab, cup of tea, sit in the kitchen and talk.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, of course, like for them, I was still like 17-year-old kid that was always at home because like these 3 years I was coming here and there and the experience was not the same. But with all of the discussions and everything, like everything was okay. Like
Mhm.
again, it was weird to stay for a long period of time altogether, but we were trying to take the maximum out of it because we didn't have the chance to spend that much time when I was living abroad, and we knew that I'm planning to relocate, so we will not have that much time. So we were
Mhm.
trying to focus on the positive things, do
Okay.
like have more quality time together, and also have these conversations where we will be discussing what is okay for us, what is not, and where we need more personal boundaries. And
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. And then Kiev versus Kropotnitsky. How hard was it to adjust? Because I imagine that it was like a smaller city versus like the capital. Was it
um,
like a easy transition or no?
it was, I think, thanks to the fact that I lived in Warsaw and I was kind
Mm-hmm.
of used to live far away from the family, and I was used to the big city. And in Kiev, I also had family members and friends, again, because of aviation, right? Like
Okay,
people
yes.
studied and then they moved to Kiev.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
was
yeah.
not feeling alone there. I had support of my family. And yeah, it's just like I relocated, started to work right away. There were a lot of stuff. So I didn't have time to think about like, how do I feel here?
Okay,
But
okay.
Kiev experience was good. The city is amazing. And of course, like with the big cities, you get more opportunities. So in Kiev versus Kropivnitsky, you have more stuff to do. You can attend different exhibitions. You can go to different workshops. Kropivnitsky is small, so it's a bit limited with all of those options. So I was enjoying it to the max. All of the days off, we were booking different workshops with my friends, like art workshops and stuff like that, going to different exhibitions because like
Uh-huh.
concerts, because every time there was like something new happening. So it was super nice.
This is exciting. One curiosity that I have is because you said like your life was kind of like on the go in terms of like routine because of your job. How much does it feel like Kiev was home versus like home was like the plane and like the people that were around there? Because if you're like mostly like outside Kiev, I don't know, you might feel like more of your relationships, like in all kinds of relationships, like outside the city. How was it for you? Like balancing it, living in Kiev, traveling the whole time.
I think it depends on the season because during the winter we didn't have that many flights and we actually had the time for personal life more. During the summer, your home was the aircraft because
Okay.
of all of the flights, people do want to have vacation, so they start to travel more and more. And like some of the destinations open like during the summer. So yeah, it was like we were trying to plan the most of the things for the winter if possible.
Okay.
So
Okay,
during the
okay.
summer, we can focus mostly on work. We were also trying to swap some shifts so we can have sh flights with the friends because, like, of course, if you spend a lot of time at work, you meet friends there. And
Mhm.
actually, I met a lot of like amazing people in aviation. We're still super close. Um, so yeah, it was just like it depended really on the season. With people outside of aviation, you needed to explain a lot again because of the specifics of the work. If you never worked there, you don't know the schedule, you don't know like why it's changing that much. And sometimes there were these situations when I wanted to take my cousins for night over, and like kids get excited and you plan
Mm-hmm.
but then the planning team is calling you and telling you like, hey, so you need to get ready because
Oh
tomorrow we
no.
have a flight and you need to cancel everything. So yeah, you needed to adjust to the schedule.
Oh, can you say no? Just out of curiosity, if they say like do this, you cannot say no. Do you
I
have
mean,
like some rights? Like you can say three no's?
no, no.
No, there is no no's.
It
Oh my
doesn't exist.
God.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, like if you need a sick leave, of course, like
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
sick
yeah.
leave. Like, they still know you're human, but there are these days when you have flights, and there are these days when you have standby. And if you have this like standby window, it means that they can call you and they can ask you to go on any flight. So
Oh my
sometimes
God.
what's happening, and you're like, okay, but they don't call that much these days, so for you
Mhm.
to have a flight from standby. So nothing gonna happen. I'm gonna plan something nice, and then the other moment they're like, "Hello, do
Oh
you want to go
no.
to Kazakhstan for 2 days?" You're like, "No, but I feel like I'm going."
Oh no. Can you just like, I don't know, leave your phone with no battery so they cannot like reach you if they even though they're calling you?
That then you will need to find a new job.
It makes sense. Makes sense. Finding a new job is not that fun. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. No, it's just like there is this like there are these procedures that you need to follow there, and it's important to show up on time because it has direct impact on a lot of team members, a lot
Mhm.
of crew, on the passengers. So can you imagine like waiting for the flight and then
Yes.
flight is canceled because one of the crew members didn't show up? So it was just like,
Got it.
but you felt this like, the privilege, like, okay, so.
Yeah.
I can't turn off my
Wonderful.
phone because people will not get to the destination that they need to.
Oh
So,
my God.
so
Oh my God.
you feel that, the importance of the things that you're doing.
And it's a lot of pressure because you were like quite young, no? You were what, 22, 23 at this time?
Yep, 22.
Okay, okay. And what did you study like in Warsaw? What was like the your bachelor's?
It was not connected to aviation. The bachelor's was related to English and business and media.
Okay. English and business and media. Interesting. And you didn't think like about pursuing it. It was mostly like this family heritage of like aviation in your years, like come to aviation, come to the dark side.
With aviation, no. I think it's also because of the pressure from the family when they were saying
Yeah.
like, you should join, you should like. I'm like, no. I mean, I will join you discussing it. It's fun. I will join you like, going to airports and stuff. I will join you as a passenger. I'm not gonna work. It's
Yes.
also because they knew that the schedule is difficult and I wanted like to have more fixed schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try something else, try something else. But at the end, like things turned the other way. So I was like,
Yeah.
two
You went.
aviation companies and like in one
Okay.
experience.
Okay. So from Kiev, the next stop that you had was Dubai, or no?
Yeah, it was Dubai.
Why? How?
Uh, I felt burned out,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt that it's time to change something. And I don't know, it was just like it was early morning and the pop-up message showed up that Emirates are hiring. And I was like, maybe it's a sign, like maybe I should
Mm-hmm.
try. So I applied and I started to work with that company and I relocated for jobs. So it was my second aviation company.
Uh-huh.
I relocated to work from there.
Okay, but I know that something happened like shortly after you moved to Dubai, right? Like with like the job. It was COVID time, no?
Yeah, it happened
Yeah.
yeah, it happened after 3 months since I relocated, and the whole world had the pandemic, and we were there isolated, and they were like, "It's not gonna happen in
Yeah,
Dubai,
yeah,
no
yeah.
way," because like it happened like a bit later. Yeah, and then we
Uh-huh.
lockdown. We didn't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it was an interesting time.
Okay, okay. But before we get into this, tell me, how was Dubai for you?
Super
Because now it's quite a different culture. Like Poland and Ukraine, and there's like it's similar, but Dubai and Ukraine, I imagine that it's more of
Yeah,
a
yeah,
yeah.
it was like super different in terms of culture. I think they're more like closed.
Okay.
They're more strict with the rules that you need to. We had these trainings where we learned a bit like what are the rules of the country.
Oh,
And
can you tell me a few of them? Can you tell us like a few of these rules just
yeah,
for?
I mean,
Yeah.
there are restrictions on how you can dress up to different places, and especially like during the special months when they have the celebrations, like the Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
During this month, it's super important to align with the dress code. It's like nothing crazy. It's just like a bit more covered than usually we have in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, you know, to show that we are following the traditions, and then that we know everything, and we don't want to, like, you know, break any rules. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, we had this like kind of little training, like it was just like one day of intro, how everything works in Dubai, like what you should do, what you shouldn't. Yeah, there were some more like more specific for the residents,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're a tourist, like no one cares about it, so they were like telling us about those kind of stuff. You know, like leaving unmarried couples together. At that time, it was not possible in Dubai. It was illegal, even like if
Oh,
you,
literally legal.
yeah, for residents, yes. Like
Oh my
for
God.
now, I think they changed it after the COVID. So right now, if you're a resident, you should be able to. At that time, no. So it was like these kind of little things that you will not think about them in Europe because no one cares, but they're
Mm-hmm.
important. That's why we had this like one day telling us about the rules that we need to follow.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, okay, okay. And you had like this like first like seminar. One thing that you didn't like touch too much, it's like food wise. At any moment, like food was like a challenge for you or
For food, you have everything over there.
okay.
You have access to different type of restaurants and supermarkets. You have everything. Fish and seafood is amazing, but with fruits and vegetables, since we grow them in Ukraine and in Poland also, they grow a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. In Dubai, they export a lot from different countries, and sometimes when you buy tomatoes, you feel that they are not real. You don't have the same, you know, smell, same
Mm-hmm.
taste. They are a bit artificial. But I think it's also related to the fact that they don't have the same soil to grow it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I was missing, like during the pandemic, I was dreaming that I'm gonna come to Ukraine. I'm gonna go to the village and I'm gonna eat green apples from the trees. Like everyone was
That
like,
was your dream. The
yeah,
most
like
bucolic thing ever. You
it
going
was just like
to
crazy. I was
yeah.
like calling my friends, and I was like, so when I'm coming, we're going to the village. They were like, are you crazy? I'm like, no, I want green apples from the trees. Like I'm not even gonna wash them. I'm gonna just like grab them and eat
Oh
them.
my God.
But
But
from
what
the
if there's
tree,
worms in the apples? That is worm in apples.
I mean, sometimes it happens, extra protein, no? But you can.
Oh, no way. You would actually eat
No,
it?
no, 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 just joking.
Oh my God. Just to double check. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
No, no,
this
no,
is
no, no, no. But
uh,
you can control, you know, the worm things with apples. It's not that bad. You should come to Ukraine one day. We're gonna show you.
I'm gonna go like only the ones from the supermarket. I don't risk with worms in my food. No, never.
But the sour apples, they don't have worms. They love the sweet apples.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
you're safe with those.
Okay. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm gonna check if the apple is sour, not before like taking a chunk out of it. And how long were you in Dubai?
3 or 4 months. It was just 3 months before the pandemic started, and then I think for 1 more month when the pandemic started already.
Okay, okay, okay. That was like quite short, like in a sense. And I just like imagine like the kind of like work that you have to pull, like to go from like Kiev to get there, and you're getting ready to this new country, and then like COVID happens, and then you have to ch change like your plans. How did you feel like during these moments?
It was very interesting moment. So I was going there to spend 3 years because there was a 3 years contract, but my
Hmm,
3 years
okay.
turned into 3 months. So it was very like the process, like everything was super speed up. At that moment, I was super lost, confused, didn't know what to do because, like again, like I love structure, and when I
Yeah.
have my plans and then due to some reasons you can't follow them, you're like, but what should I do? But it was super important, and I'm super thankful for it. The company was amazing. How they handled like all of this like tough situation and everything, the support from my manager back there and from the company itself was amazing. So it was like making the things a bit easier, but also I had some time to explore what is important to me and to learn to listen to myself, because like in our culture we quite often forget to listen to ourselves. We're like, but what people are gonna say, like kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I was like, so what people are gonna say? I'm gonna find a new job. And I found a job in Dubai. Amazing one, amazing team, amazing offer. Um, but I was like, yeah, I love the team. I love director, like amazing one, super straightforward and honest. I love the offer, but I don't feel like living in Dubai, because there I didn't have this like time limitations. They just
Yeah.
like, you just sign the contract, you start working. And I was like, okay, so what should I do? And I tried to work in real estate. Again, the offer was amazing, like working with one of the best companies on the Emirates market. But I was like, I started to listen to myself more, and I was like, but like the end goal is to live in Barcelona. How this is aligned? And I was like, so maybe now I need to choose myself and to go back to Ukraine to spend these like pandemic days with my family,
Yeah.
closer to them, figuring out like what I want to do next.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I took the risk.
Okay.
And from that moment, I know that like forgetting about like what people are gonna say, listening to yourself and being honest with yourself is one of the most important things. And I also got a lot of support from the boss, because I came to his office one day and I was like, I I want to leave. I want to go to Ukraine. I can't sign the contract. And he's like, but why? I'm like, just because I want to go home. And he's like, but you know that you will not earn this money in Ukraine. Like, this is a good job offer. Like, what are you going to do there, especially due to the pandemic? I'm like, I don't know, but I want to be honest with you and with myself. I want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, so if you will change your mind, you can come back.
Yeah.
Thank you
That
for your
takes a lot
money.
of courage,
And it
honestly.
was it was amazing, because like I learned that who cares what people are gonna think if you're honest to yourself. They're gonna feel you like, and they're gonna feel like why you're doing this or that. And things are getting more easier when you prioritize the important things. So yeah, went back to Ukraine, no job, nothing, but super happy, like waiting
Okay.
for those green apples and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, you had the green apples, but
I
like
had
you
them.
mentioned like this whole like self-discovery journey.
Yeah.
What did you figure out? Like you got back to Ukraine and then you were just like thinking what is gonna be your next step. What did you realize that is like important for you after this?
I wanted stability also, because I already had my dog and I felt the responsibility. I mean, he's used to good life, so I need to provide for him. Like when you have animal, you don't have the chance to get sick, get tired, die, or whatever. Like you need to
Dude,
you need to have
oh
stability.
my God.
But I mean, we have what we have, right? So I
Yeah.
felt this like the responsibility, and also I wanted to discover like what I want more. So the main focus was work, of course, because like when you are employed, you feel safer because you know like what tomorrow is gonna bring you, more or less, right? And you're independent, you don't have to rely on anyone. So for me, it was like for first couple weeks, it was mostly about meeting my friends, my family, spending some time with them. All of these like tiny little things that we wanted to do when the pandemic started. And at that moment in Ukraine, it was not that tough, so we were able to go out and like meet each other. And then I started to look for the job, and my main focus was finding the job. But that and like interviews became my full-time job.
Oh Lord.
I don't
I
know
know.
how many
Yeah.
interviews I
Yeah,
had.
yeah, yeah.
I was unemployed for 6 months. I had several jobs offers, but I was like, I want to take some time. I had some savings. So I was like, I want to use some time to figure out what I want to do. I want to love my job. I want to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, it's Monday. Nice. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to work. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and also the other important thing for me was to have a clear schedule so I can take care of my dog too. So I was like trying to combine this all, and like my all focus was on this. And it took me 6 months to find one.
Okay, okay. And for me, it looks like, when I love this show, like Love is Blind.
Yeah, love is blind with work. Yeah, for me it was
Yeah, because there's this moment, like in every season, they have the moment where they go like finding like this the brides like dresses, and they're looking for the perfect dress. For me, it looks like this. Did you have this moment when you like look at the offer and you were like, this is the offer, this is what I want?
Oh, the thing is with me, I got two offers at the same time. I
Okay.
was super hesitant about which one to choose because the offers were a bit different, but a bit similar at the same time. Both tech companies, both like growing. I don't remember the second company's name at this point, like, but
Uh,
at that
but
time
it
it
was
was
more
a
like the
thing.
same job, like in both or not? It was like different career.
It was not the same. It was not the same. It was like quite similar, but not the same. The salaries were different, and I didn't know what to choose. So I liked one company, but the other company was offering like higher salary. And
Okay.
and I was like, oh, salary or the company and the growth possibilities, like because I saw that I was able to grow there. And I was
Yeah.
talking to my best friend. We discussed the one that we were spending time in Tbilisi together. We
Mhm.
discussed a lot of things together. So I was like, what should I do? Like, what is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
correct thing? We discussed a lot. Like it took like I think a couple of days to figure it out. But like I wanted the company, the other one, not with the highest salary. And I was like, okay, I mean, salary, we're going to improve it with some time with the
Yeah.
growth. But if I feel like my heart feels that I want this company, like I feel that like, it's something clicked. Like I
Mhm.
can't even explain it. It's just like it happened. I think
Mhm.
I need to start to listen to this inner feeling more.
Yeah.
So I chose the company that I felt that it clicked and it was the right decision.
Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. Well, do you remember like not only like this click feeling, but what was the thing that I don't know, made it felt like it was right? It was like the people that you were talking to.
Yeah, people were super supportive, very transparent. I think in every stage of life with every people you meet, it's super important to be honest and transparent. So
Yes.
I was able to ask any questions I wanted, and sometimes people didn't understand the questions. Like on one of the interviews, I was like, "So you have the fixed schedules and 2 days off in a row that is not changing?" And the interviewer was like, "Yes." It's just because like for people who were working in tech, it was like okay, it's like normal schedule. But for
Yeah,
me, it
yeah.
was days off, no
What do
jokes,
you mean? I'm not gonna
scheduled,
stand by.
scheduled, and I can do whatever I want to. So
Yeah,
for me,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like wow, the dream schedule. So yeah, everyone was super helpful, super transparent. I love the product. The
Mm-hmm.
product was good. Yeah, so it was just like, the combination of everything. It just like the two offers on the same day is what got me confused. But
Fuck, in the same day.
yeah, that
Yeah.
that's the thing. And I was like, what should I do? I have two emails.
Yeah. And if you want gives like more money, I would say like even though we have like our values, sometimes like the money starts flirting with us, and we're like, no.
Yeah, but
But
they're also like um the offer was nice. People were nice, but I think like for me at that moment it was like not enough. The other one offered me more. So yeah,
Mhm.
they won me not with the salary, but with their honesty.
Yeah. Okay,
And with
okay.
the product also.
And this company, if you can share like the name of it, just so that people like know.
The company is Preply.
Okay.
Joined 4 years ago, still love it.
4 years ago, this is impressive. Like in tech years, this is a lot in a company,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And which area you're working with, just so that people can like understand, like when you first got like there, what was the area?
So when I just joined Preply, I joined as a customer support agent.
Mhm.
So I was like directly contacting the customers and helping them with their issues. Because usually they don't contact us like when everything works properly.
Which is true.
So I mean, but honestly, sometimes I had these cases like during the holidays when customers just reached out to support to say like, "Hey, Happy New Year." It was super sweet.
Really?
Yes.
This is so sweet.
Yes, it was like we have the sweetest customers, so they do reach out to us just to wish us a good day or just to tell us like
Oh,
happy.
nice.
So I joined as a customer support agent. Then I grew to a trainer. trained a lot of new support agents,
Yeah.
and tried to pass my love to the company to them.
Uh-huh.
And then I became a team leader. So I'm still supporting the team, but from the other angle.
Yeah, and it's a huge team that you're currently supporting right now. No, it's like 20 people.
Like 23, 25.
This is nuts. I remember like one day we were having brunch together, and then I was doing the math on how long do you need like just to have one-on-ones with these people like weekly, and it's wild. It's like 3 days of a week. It's just like one-on-ones.
Yeah, but like first, like when we're just discussing the numbers, it sounds a lot, but then when you start working with people and you see all of the achievements that they do, how they grow in the company, and you feel like being part of it, it's so
Yeah.
and then when you see the happy comments from the customers where your team supported them in all possible ways and went the extra mile, you're like, oh, that's my team. Like I can have 5 more.
Aww, like a proud mom, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it just like, with a bit of human touch and with all of this like growth, good news for both company, the team, like personal company level, they combined all together. Uh, you know why you enjoy it, and you know why you want to have those one-on-ones three days per week.
This is quite nice. I can feel like by the emotion that you're putting like in these phrases, how fulfilled you feel by doing this like job, you know?
Yeah.
Which is
That's why I said that 4 years ago I risked it all, but I made the right decision because now on Sunday evening I do not worry about Monday because I'm excited, because like I will wake up on Monday morning with a smile and I will go to my work to do the things that I love to do.
This is so cool. Happy for you. This is quite exciting. But then like you were in Kiev and you had like still this dream from when you were like 17, 18, I'm gonna move to Barcelona. How this transition happened for you?
Um, so I was not in the Kiev at that time. The war started, the full scale,
Mhm.
and I was spending a lot of time with my family and I didn't want to relocate. A lot of people were moving, and I was feeling like now it's not the time. I just want to be in Ukraine. I want to support my family. I want to support people over there. Now is the time to prioritize the country and the people who are there.
Mhm.
I spent there like 1 year, 8 months, I think, without going abroad at all. And then no, it was a bit less. And then I just like my friend was in Tbilisi, and it was difficult to work with the blackouts, with the internet cuttings. And we talked, and she was like, "Hey, why don't you come here? I mean, my family is in Ukraine too. I'm all alone here. Why not to support each other and to disconnect a bit for 1 month, not more." So I was coming, like I was staying there months or 2 months just to disconnect and to be more productive at work. And then if something was happening, we were going back to Ukraine to support our family, staying there, going out again. And this was the moment when we learned that we can come back if something happens, and that we can still support being outside of the country. So we reduced a bit the stress level, that we still have access, we still can talk to our family members, we still can come. Because like when we saw the news that like there were like
Mhm.
huge power outages during the winter, we just packed 5 more days, like
Mhm.
booked tickets, and in 5 days we were home. And this was the moment when I got the job offer for a team leader position, and I was asked if I'm ready to relocate. And we discussed everything again. Honesty and transparency. I love it. We discussed it because I was super honest. I was like, I do want to relocate. I love the opportunity, and this is like exactly the opportunity I was waiting for 10 years. But what
Mhm.
if something happens? Will I be able to come to Ukraine and to work from Ukraine for some time? Because like if there is a tough situation in my home city, I want to be there. We discussed these kind of things. I had got my reassurance that there will be possible for me to work from Ukraine. If needed, we will be able to discuss it. So I was like, yeah, so the things are packed already.
Okay,
Just
okay,
only
okay.
want to relocate. So it was like
Uh-huh.
directly from Kiev. It was like some part of my staff were in Tbilisi, some in Kiev, some in Kropivnitsky. So I was like, give me 1 month to figure it out, like how
Yeah.
how to move. So yeah, it was like a bit hectic and a
Mm-hmm.
bit unexpected. I can't say that I was able to celebrate it properly because, again, of the whole situation in the country, of the war. Like one part of me was super happy. The other part of me was super broken that, like why, why
Yeah.
like, all of this happens. But it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. In the end, like, how long did it take for you, like, to manage like these two different parts? One part that I was happy for fulfilling your dream, another part that I was feeling like a little bit guilty. Right now, do you feel like that you can like properly enjoy and realize that like you fulfilled this dream that you had like 10 years ago?
Um, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's possible for now because the war is still there. I still have to be worried about my family, my loved ones, and I still get all of the news. I still have all of the apps and channels on my phone. So I think when we're gonna win the war, I will be able to celebrate both the winning of independent Ukraine and also my relocation. So no matter how long it's gonna take, one day I'm gonna be able to like fully celebrate it. But for now, it's like one part is super happy, the other part can't be that happy because of all of the things that are happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. And you are still traveling quite often, like to visit your family, like even though like this whole like situation is happening, are they like secure? Is it fine for you to do like out of these trips?
The weirdest thing is I feel super
Huh?
safe in Ukraine.
Okay.
So when I'm in Europe and there are some loud noises, I'll be like, what happened? Like, has the war
Mm-hmm.
started here?
Yeah, yeah,
Loud
yeah.
noises in Ukraine, I'm like, so okay, we're not gonna have coffee in the backyard, we're gonna have it inside of the house. Like,
Uh-huh.
two walls rules. My family is located in the city that is fully under control of Ukraine. So as
Mm-hmm.
safe as it could be. And for me, the travel is not as easy as it used to be when you were able to take the flight and you were there. It takes longer, but it's still possible.
Okay.
So yeah, so far, I have nothing to complain to. In the current circumstances, we're pretty good.
Okay. How long have you been living in Barcelona now?
1 year.
1 year, exactly 1 year?
Yeah. Like one
Really?
year and a couple days. I relocated in no, yeah, it's 1 year. I relocated in February.
Wait, nice. Okay, okay, okay. 1 year already.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Tell me, what were like the three biggest challenges for you from like adjusting to life in Barcelona? Because I would say like culture wise, it's even like more distance from Ukraine, I would assume, mostly with people showing up on time.
Yeah, people showing up on time uh is you just like get used to it, I think.
Okay.
Uh So with me, cultural wise, like for me, everything is super mixed because I started to live abroad and to travel since I was 17. So I was
Mhm.
exposed to different cultures already, spent time here and there. And I wanted like to feel this freedom that you have in Barcelona because like people are here super open
Mhm.
and they are ready to accept you like whoever you are. It
Mhm.
just everything depends like what you think here and like what you say, right?
Mhm.
The most challenging thing was, I think it was for everyone looking for the apartment in Barcelona is
Okay.
wild. I never had that kind of experience before in all of the countries that I was living in. I didn't know that, someone can ask you to show the payslips, and it's not in my culture. Like even my family haven't seen that, and they were like payslips, job offer. I was like,
It's a
why?
lot of
I mean,
information. Yeah.
I'm not asking for the mortgage. I just wanted to
Yes.
apartment. So it was like, what do you mean? Like my contract's
Okay.
only my lawyer. That's it. Like no one
Mhm.
else. Like the job offer. So with this kind of stuff and with the selection process, I mean, I do understand why it's happening over here, why they're so focused on getting all of the documents, making sure that, the person that will move in will be okay-ish, like, and everything will be according to the contract. But like first couple checks of the apartments were like why? And also, I didn't expect that it can take that long to find the apartment. Like for us, it was quite fast, comparing to others who relocated to Barcelona. We found the apartment. I was renting with my friend. We found the apartment within 1 month, so it was pretty fast. Some people had to take longer to find a suitable one. So yeah, the second apartment was like almost the same, like months and a half of search, and then we found it. But like the while looking for the second one, I already had the expectation. So I was like, okay, all of the papers here they are.
Nice.
Can I
Okay, okay,
check
okay.
the apartment? So yeah, I think like the apartment, a lot of paperwork, because in Ukraine everything is like automated, like through the apps. Even like with my documents, I can do everything with the documents through the app. I can open the bank account from my home. I can like do a lot of stuff like medical certificates. I could get them through the phone. I don't have to leave my home. So here, like running a bit with the documents, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna complain.
Yes, you have to go to a bank branch, you have to set up an appointment, you have to talk to a person, sign, I don't know, your signature like 20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a bit different.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let's adjust. Let's adjust. Something new, a new challenge accepted.
Okay. And the third challenge, anything else?
Delivery. We
Delivery.
we are very spoiled in Ukraine with our delivery service Nova Post. The quality is amazing. When you have the delivery, they give you the number of courier. You can call them, but usually you don't even have to call them. They're going to call you, or they're going to check with you when you're going to be home, and it's better for them to come for the delivery. And also, you have the app where you can track where your package is in the real time. So you see it moving, like, all of the updates and everything. And here, like, I mean, not only here, like in general in Europe, it's like they let you know that the package will be delivered within 5 days, and you're like, should I
And you
stay home
wait
the
at
whole five
home.
days?
It's from 9 to 9, pretty much, right? That
Yeah,
happens.
and they're like, it's gonna be delivered in 5 business days, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, should I stay for the whole like 5 days home waiting for the package? So this one was like, okay, this was
Okay.
something new and a new challenge, because again, in Ukraine we are super spoiled with our delivery service.
Okay. And three upsides from your move, like things that you saw in Spain that you really appreciated. You didn't have like in out of these different countries that you have lived in.
I think Spanish people know how to slow down and live in the moment. With all of this dancing in the parks, stopping to grab a coffee or a glass of wine in the evening in a small restaurant, and talk super loud without like worrying that like others will be not be able to hear each other. So I think like this, like living in the moment and enjoying it is amazing here. I love also how they like here the acceptance. No one cares how you look like, no one cares where you're from. It's all about your personality. I love it because like people will judge you later on when they're gonna get to know you. Or at
Yes.
least like this is the thing that I get. What else? I don't know, like there are so many good things like about Spain to love.
Yeah.
We love the weather, love the food. Again, people again. I love the attitude to animals that you can like pretty much go everywhere with your dog. There are the bowls with water for them, that they care about the animals that we have. Uh, so yeah, but like the most important things are, I think, this freedom to be whoever you want,
Yeah.
be however you want to be, do the things that you enjoy, and to be able to be present in a moment. I think like quite often we forget about it. And here, when you go out, you can forget about like past,
Yeah.
future, you can be in the moment. You just hear bachata on the street in the park, and you
And
just
then
like,
you're
you see
dancing
some
together.
random,
Yeah.
yeah, and you see random people dancing, you're gonna just join dance with them, and they're gonna be super supportive, and they will like, yeah, sure, let join. We're gonna teach you.
Yeah. Is it like everything that you were wishing for? Like, because this is a dream that you have been having for almost a decade. Is it like, because I imagine the expectations were really high. Is it meeting your expectations? Are you like a little bit frustrated?
No, I'm super happy. I'm still in love in Barcelona after this like 10 years. The funniest thing is when I said I'm going to relocate here, I knew that they have sea and that they speak Spanish here. This was like
This is everything.
yeah, yeah. I never was in Spain at that moment. So for everyone,
Oh.
why Spain? I was like, I don't know, but I'm going to live in Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this mixed feeling that I'm gonna feel home here. I didn't know why. So when I came, I was like, ah, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think like with ups and downs that there are in different places, the good things are definitely worth it to
Okay.
leave. So yeah, my expectations are met. I'm super happy to be here and still can't believe it. Like sometimes you wake up in the morning, like, is it for real? Let me check my documents.
Yeah. Let me check like the view from the balcony if I see
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Like, is it true? Like,
Yeah. And is still like Barcelona the end game, or now that you have been living here, you're already thinking of like the next place. You already have like the new Barcelona. Now the dream is to live in, I don't know, São Paulo, Rio.
nice destination.
Of course, I'm biased, but yes.
Um, I think with pandemic and with all of the things that were happening in life, I'm trying not to, say super loud words like I'm gonna be here and there because like, a lot of things that I was saying will not happen. They were happening, or the thing I thought unreal, they became real. So for now, I'm happy here. I think it's time to settle.
Mm-hmm.
I've been traveling a lot and moving a lot, so I want to settle down, to make a house feel like home.
Nice.
So for now, I really hope that I'm gonna settle down, that the end point is Barcelona, and I'm gonna build like my life, family, everything here.
Mm-hmm.
But time will show. I don't know. Like
Okay.
my plan is to stay here. Like it took me too
Okay.
long to relocate, and I'm super happy here. So yes, but the time will show. We never know what's gonna happen next.
Exciting. And they are already feeling like after 1 year here that you are starting to settle down, that you're creating home?
Yeah, I am. I moved to the new apartment, bought a lot of flowers, never had them before. I'm not sure if it's because I'm getting older or because I'm starting to
It
settle
depends. If you
down.
have back pain, if then yes.
Yeah, like back pain, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just like that age, when it's starting. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I'm trying to make it cozy, to feel like home, to build my routine here, and feels like I love Barcelona, it loves me back. So let's see
Okay.
how it goes.
It's a healthy relationship for now.
For now, yes.
Okay. One last question that I have is pretty much for anyone that is thinking of like, should I be living abroad? Should I move to like my studies? Should I move for a job? Which recommendation would you give them after, I don't know, almost like this 10 years on the road, or on the plane in your case, literally?
I think it's important to forget about others' expectations and opinion of other people's, and just truly listen to yourself. Take some time to get to those thoughts and to those like where me, like I as a person, where do I want to live? So listening to yourself and not be afraid to take risks. I mean, to
Mhm.
have some backup plans, of course.
Yeah.
But think about backup plans, take the risks, because if you never try, you never know. And focusing on your own happiness is super important, like in listening to yourself, because listening to others, you wouldn't be able to achieve everything that you want to.
Hmm.
So when you know what you want and you are not afraid to risk it all to get it,
Yeah.
you're going to be surprised with the achievements.
Mm-hmm. 100% agree, and this is quite moving. 100% we need to like write a t-shirt with this one. It's inspirational. I love it. Liza, one thing, tell us for anyone that fell in love with your voice, that with your history, that wants to like follow you on your social media, reach you out to give like some questions, that's for advice, how they can find you.
Oh my gosh, social media, like my Instagram is not possible to find with the name.
Yeah. Maybe on LinkedIn, you can share your LinkedIn for anyone that is curious.
Yeah, with LinkedIn for sure.
Okay, okay. What is your full name so they can find you there? And then I'm gonna also like write in the description of the video later.
My name is Yelizaveta Baraluk. So yeah, but it's better to put it like the type.
100% is better to write because I have no idea how to write this down. Okay, okay, okay. Well, any closing thoughts that you'd like to share with the audience?
I don't know. Like, thank you so much, first of all, for inviting. Thank everyone for watching. And I hope that more people will be inspired to make their dreams come true.
They definitely will. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everyone that is listening. And if you have any questions for Liza, you're curious, want to ask for advice, just comment on this post, like on YouTube, on Spotify. You choose, you pick your poison, and then she will hopefully happily help us navigate these ones later. And wish you all like a nice evening. Thank you so much. How do we say thank you in Ukrainian and goodbye?
It's дякую.
Дякую.
And goodbye is like see you, до побачення.
До побачення.
Yes, that's correct. До побачення.
До побачення.
Yes.
Дякую, до побачення.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you, everyone.